Every country manipulates their currency to some extent. It's a policy tool. So you have tax policy, you have interest rate policy, you have monetary policy, and you have currency policy. So everyone does it to some extent. Now the biggest currency manipulator in the world is the United States of America. It is true that China tried to keep a lid on the yuan. But China, it was kind of funny. They said, yeah, China and the United States are the two largest economies in the world, one of the largest bilateral trading relationships in the world. So wouldn't it be cool if we had some stability in the currency between the two, so you could make trading and investment decisions and remove the currency uncertainty? But the Fed didn't want that. The Fed wanted China to appreciate their currency because we wanted to cheapen the dollar, because we wanted to import inflation to meet those nominal GDP targets that I described. So what the Fed did, the Fed started printing money. Now, for so long as China wanted to maintain the peg, like you want to maintain that peg. Well, if the Fed's printing money and that money is going to China in the form of a current account surplus or portfolio investment or hot money inflows, China has to print money to soak up the dollars. You're a Chinese exporter and you earn dollars. The People's Bank of China says, give us the dollars and we'll give you local currency. Well, the more dollars coming in, the more local currency they had to print. So what was happening is, as the Fed was printing money, the inflation that you would have expected to see in the United States was actually being exported to China. China was creating their own inflation by printing their money to soak up the dollars. Inflation is very politically destabilizing in China. Throughout 5,000 years, regimes have fallen, dynasties have collapsed around the subject of inflation. It was also a contributor to the Tiananmen Square demonstrations and massacre in 1989. And so finally, China blinked. China said, by maintaining the peg and the Fed printing, we're going to get inflation. That's dangerous politically, so we're going to let the yuan go up. So the Fed won that round of the currency wars, but watch out, because the stronger the yuan gets, the more inflation we're going to get back. So the blowback is going to be inflation in the United States. It's not here yet, I acknowledge that, but it's coming. So did China, print money to maintain the peg? Is that a form of currency manipulation? Sure. But there's no bigger manipulator than the U.S., which said, like, the more you want to print, our printing press is bigger than your printing press. And finally, we got China to blink.